Hi class, welcome to CIS 54 C++ programming. I'm your instructor. My name is Monza Lui. I was born in Hong Kong and immigrated to the United States. After I graduated from my master's degree in computer science, I worked in IBM for 10 years as a software engineer, and now I'm building a startup called Upbeat.io. Before we start, I want to remind you to check out the Jaguar commitment. There's a lot of resources may be helpful to you, especially transportation, meals, textbooks. You can even borrow a Kindle. And then also there are mental and physical health resources. So there's a link in the PDF. Let's start with the class logics before we go into the subject of C++ programming. I would like to check out Canvas with you, so let's do a tour. If you click the home in your Canvas when you signed in, you will see some information. Right now, I prefer to be contacted through inbox. I will try to reply within 24 hours because we already started the class, so it's better to help me to organize when you send all your information or questions to inbox. And there are some helpful resources, I hope, that is listed here. I will probably update the page as the class goes by. Right now, let's look at syllabus. So the class will start today and end in December 19th. That's when we have our final exam due day. September 15th is the last job day that you can get a refund. And November 25th, the Monday, is when you can withdraw, which means that you will get a W as your grade and not incomplete. So my office hours still undecided because I want to wait until you do the survey so that I know what's a better time for you and for me. For the textbook problem solving with the C++, either the 9th or 10th edition will be fine. So do a search on Google and see what you found. Student learning outcomes, we will talk about it a little bit. Add and drop attendance, you are expected to do the work and depends on what you have done. If you work hard, you will get an A from 90 to 100%, and because I'm going to give out some extra credit, I hope that is not too hard. Remember, when you submit your homework, remember to put your name and your student ID, Canvas ID on it so that we know you're submitting it. But in a way, if you're electronic anyways, always good to put a name. And also the assignment ID. Due days and penalty. Chris has you cannot submit late, but lab assignment, try not to. We are going to deduct points from you if you do. Academic dishonesty. I hope you wouldn't be thinking anything close to copying or anything. If you need help, always come to me, or there are other resources available if I'm not immediately can reply to your email. There are net tutor, actually you can get to from Canvas. I can show you later on. And then you can there are tutoring service on campus. And then there are in the lab, there's also resources that there are people who can help you out maybe. And then so actually I have this I created this page. If you need help on this course, you can see. Actually, let's look at it. So there are open app. I'm going to be able to let you know the hours later on. NetTutor, actually, if you see, this is the link to NetTutor in the left hand side. So click it, and for some subjects, actually, there are 24/7 experts available to help you. Another way I really do a lot as an engineer is to do a Google search. It helps me with my job. If I don't have internet access, I don't know how to finish my work. Stack Overflow is another great resources. You can go there to search, or sometimes when you search for a question, answer just or other people have asked the same questions. So let's go back to the syllabus. There are lab assignment instructions. You can actually go to the lab to do the work. I seem to have not completely finished this part, but you would most likely have to submit program files and a lab report. But for this actually first assignment, we don't need to do it that way, and we would talk about it actually in a later video. And my internet access is a little bit slow. Okay, let's do it again. The Student Accessibility Service, that's a website. We really are trying to help everyone, no matter if they have disabilities or not, to be a successful student here. Student conduct, normal stuff. You don't want to lie, you don't want to harass other people or discriminate or speak in a language that disrespect other people, because you don't want to be disrespected yourself, right? So I have a course outline here. I'm still editing it, but most of the stuff are in there. I try to list the reading assignments, orientations, like any survey or quizzes or lab assignment over here. There may be changes, but I would get to you the week before, so that you know what you may have to do. And the next most important thing is the modules. So I would, besides the assignments, there will be videos for like you're watching right now. And right now, this will probably link to a playlist on YouTube, and I'm recording the first video. That's why there's only maybe one thing here, but hopefully when you get to see this, the videos are all ready. And then there will be reading assignments. This week we have orientation survey. So there are different ways to access basically the same information, which may be a little bit redundant. I will see if I can reduce it. So let's go back to the slides. So the textbook, we talked about it already. Search on Google to see what you found. Access to the computers. So for this module, actually it's very easy for you. You just need a computer with internet access. It doesn't even have to be your computer, because you're not going to install any software. But from module 2 and beyond, you would need a computer that you can use that can run a C++ program. So you might want to use a lab computer or your own computer at home to do so. So why do you want to take this class? I think there are pros and cons if you want to be an engineer. And so let's get that out of the way. Income's great. Of course, we work in a very comfortable environment. Sometimes you have free food, and the people that you meet, amazing. Industry-wise, I also feel like it's a revolution. So I think the hierarchy inside companies are flattened because this industry is leading the way to respect all employees, in the respect everyone at the same level. And so instead of saying that who's boss and then there's more bosses and so on, I think the hierarchy is a lot less layers because this industry. Just like everything else, the industry has its good things, has its bad things. It's like you use your cell phone so much, you're so addicted to it, it might not be very healthy. It's all come from this industry. But at the same time, it also gives us a lot of convenience and maybe connections to each other. Anyways, if you want to read more about what is cool about being a programmer, you can click the link here. Corns. Physically, is not the healthiest profession, just because basically every profession, there are always, because you're doing the same thing over and over again, so it will stress certain part of you. So eye strains are actually a serious problem, and then also there are shoulder, neck, back problems. Sometimes people get stuck with the computer too much and they tend to not want to go do other things, so they became depressed, and then the job could be stressful. And then maybe isolation, so you can also click the link to look at the downside of being a programmer. By the way, if I talk too fast, you can always change the speed of the YouTube video. So what you will learn in this class. So there are the student learning outcomes. We will of course learn how to program in C++, and a lot of what they are seeing here you might not understand, so I'm not going to go over it right now. But also I want to help you to explore the possibility of using this programming class to see if software engineer is a career path for you. And also I want to help you to build some good programming habits, and maybe even a good habit to use computers, and learn to be a professional. I think we can all communicate professionally, and then also we can manage work professionally, like handing in homework on time and handing in all your homework. Is programming difficult? I actually think that everyone can be a good programmer. Yeah, maybe some people may be better at it, some people not, but I think the most important is if you are interested in it, if you are inspired to do it. I think like everything else, if you like it, you would just automatically be interested and want to do more. And of course, time and energy and concentration is another thing that you would need to be successful in this class. So I promise that I will help you to be successful in this class. I want you to be successful. I want you to see what you can do with this tool. I will respect your time, and so I will try to make the lectures as effective as possible, and I will listen to your feedback. I mean, honestly, teaching online, it's quite a challenge because I don't see your feedback right away, and so if you can help me out. Next, all I ask of you is a song thing. Tell me how the class is and how it can be improved. I will really appreciate it, because when you tell me, you are actually helping everyone in the class to understand the material better. I will respect your time. I will respect, and I hope you would respect my time as well, and also respect your time. Do your best. Don't get to think about other things while you are taking this class. Concentrate in what you are doing right now, because this might be the only opportunity you can have if you don't do this and do your best at this moment. End of slide. So we will go to the next video.